Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tori and today we are working in my December daily album on story number 11. Today actually is going to be a pretty quick day and I'm super excited about that. I have a couple pieces of patterned paper pulled out. These are all from Ali Edwards. This large photo that I showed in a previous video that I had printed out, and these Citrus Twists Life Crafted foam alphabet stickers. I'm going to be using these for my number today and just pulling off two of those ones. For this day, I wanted it to be really simple, especially since I feel like I've fallen quite behind with this project with everything that's been going on for my work life lately. So I've been kind of trying to do a little bit simpler pages to catch up and also limit some of the bulk in my album. So what I'm going to do is just create a giant pocket with this photo, and I'm going to be pulling in two of these pieces of patterned paper and taping them back to back and using those as kind of like a tag, but not really, because I'm not making this into a tag shape. I'm going to leave it just as a smaller paper, and I believe I do this as 6 inches by like 3 3/4 or something like that is what I think I end up doing for the overall dimensions of this particular piece of paper that I'm cutting right now. And I will adhere this bokeh paper to the back of this kind of little star paper, I guess you could call it. And this is where I'm going to be placing my journaling. I'm not doing a ton of embellishing or anything like that on this page. Like I said, I was keeping it quite simple. So I'm just going to go ahead and start getting everything adhered down to where I want it, just making sure that the little tag, I'm just gonna call it a tag, the little tag actually comes out of my pocket and fits appropriately behind there, and then I'll just set these two back to back. Then I'm going to pull out my red line tape and use that to adhere my photo down. I'm using red line tape for this because my photo paper is a little bit thinner than this cardstock paper, and since I placed two of those pieces of cardstock, or the printed pattern paper, since I placed two of those back to back, it's got quite a bit more weight than the photo paper that I'm actually using as my pocket. So I'm just going to use red line tape so that my photo doesn't pull up from the base of my page and I kind of lose my pocket or anything like that. So I wanted my tag to stick out a little bit more, so I'm going to use my 1/4 inch red line tape to kind of create a double layer of red line tape down at the bottom of my paper. Originally I had thought that the 1/2 inch would be fine, but when I stuck my paper back down to kind of see how it would lay out, I decided I wanted it to stick up just a little bit more, so I just fixed that by adding a little bit more red line tape. Once I've got all of my tape down, I'm just gonna grab my bone folder and really press the red line tape into my paper. I have mentioned this before, but I just feel like it's worth mentioning over and over again, to be completely honest. Pressing that tape in makes it so much easier to get the backers or the liners off of the tape. So I really like to use my bone folder and just run over it really quickly and press that in. And then I've used my pick tool to help me get the backers off, and it's been an absolute game changer. Before I get this adhered down to my page, I am going to go ahead and punch my holes first. That way I can make sure it is visually centered to my eye and get everything then put down. I'm going to go ahead and get the liners off of this red line tape and then get this photo adhered down to my page. Once I get that finished, I am going to grab a circle embellishment from last year's collection, I believe, to place on the front of my tag, and then I will just use the back of my tag as where my journaling will go. Now that I've got my pocket adhered, I am going to slip that tag in just to make sure everything is working like I would like it to. I'm also going to, at this point, decide really which side I want to put my journaling on for the tag. And this is where I decide that I want to also just put a small embellishment on the portion that will not hold my journaling. I do choose this circle that says Holly Jolly Goodness. I felt like that really fit my photo, and I'm just going to place a rogue staple at the top of this. It's for nothing but purely decorative purpose. And then I'm going to use my tape runner to just adhere that down to the front of my tag. And this will be the part of the tag that you'll see from behind my photo. And then my journaling will go on the other side. But I started my journaling low enough on the page that if I do decide that I want to see the bokeh behind my photo instead of these kind of little sparkles, then I can just flip it over. So I'm gonna pull out a 0.8 sized Pigma Micron pen and then my Posca black paint marker. And this is what I'm going to use to complete my journaling. And for once, I'm actually doing this on camera because I actually did it while I was getting this all set up. And I just wrote, most December mornings this year have been spent laying in bed with a delicious cup of coffee that Roberto brings me to help me wake up while I watch Ali Edwards' newest December daily video. So much goodness in these simple moments. And that's going to be the end of my journaling once I actually get that finished. Once I finish actually writing that, and I'm using the Posca paint pen to kind of make certain words stand out more than others. So like bed, coffee, and I think I am going to kind of bolden Ali Edwards as well, since that is what I'm usually doing at this time in the morning. On my photo as well, I also added the timestamp that this photo was actually taken, which was 6:06 a.m. And this was before Ali had started posting videos later in the day as well. But that's besides the point. I'm still watching those whenever she posts them. So I'm just finishing this up. I've just got about one more sentence here to write. And then I will get this placed back behind my photo to once again just double check that everything is moving in and out of my pocket as I would like it to. And then I will grab those foam alphabet and number stickers from Citrus Twist Kits, and I'm going to pull out the two ones and just place those in the upper right hand corner of my photo. Once I get these numbers placed, that is going to be the end of this particular page. I will get everything added back into my album. Since this is a right page, I won't have to adhere it to anything else. And that's it. I am just kind of done with this one. So I will grab my album and get this placed back into it. If you made it to the end of this video, let me know down in the comments below if you have any special morning routines that have been happening so far for you this December. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!